But thank you. Thanks to a timely return to form by Vice-Captain Mark Taylor, Australia is well placed in the first test against New Zealand in Christchurch. Taylor's 82 helped the Aussies to 3 for 217 at stumps on the first day. Justin Langer and Steve Waugh, the unbeaten batsmen.
Sent in on the damp wicket, the Aussie openers survived 4 successive maidens and some wayward attack. David Boone was dropped twice early. This chance to Martin Crowe came in the 5th over, yielding the Aussies their first run of the innings. Boone looked set to make the Kiwis pay dearly for their sins before a ball from Michael Owens that hardly deserved a stroke.
Well, he's gone. Owens has done it.
Mark Taylor was in superb touch. He and new batsman Justin Langer added 116 runs for the second wicket. Taylor killing the curse of bad form en route to his first half-century in 17 Test innings. With Australia on 149 and Taylor 18 short of a Test century, a heady pull shot proved fatal.
The stroke of brilliance from Danny Morrison.
Mark Waugh revealed his plans early, but there was little form to his dismissal for 13, the umpire acknowledging the glove work of Adam Perore, the first Maori ever to play cricket for New Zealand. Justin Langer remains undefeated on 63 after 5 hours at the crease, and Steve Waugh's still there with the opportunity to regain credibility.
That's a lovely shot again, 4 more.
In Shield cricket, a meeting is now being held between Queensland and New South Wales officials with the QCA about the state of the Gabba. The redevelopment is still 6 weeks from completion, and there's concern for player safety in the top-of-the-table clash starting tomorrow.
While the New South Wales team went about its business this afternoon, the construction workers went about theirs. The oval itself is in top shape, but it's the area immediately outside the temporary fence which is a worry. Officially, it's deemed a building site.
Workplace health and safety regulations require that people be kept outside of that area, so we're asking the players not to jump the boundary fence.
Whether in the heat of battle the players can adhere to that directive is another matter. New South Wales manager John Wilson.
There's the possibility of danger to the players, you know, when you're getting close to the fence and, you know, in case things are getting tight, they're not going to want to pull up as quickly as they would have to do in this situation.
Ground staff will be in place to retrieve balls and prevent players having to leave the oval. Queensland coach Jeff Thompson wonders in what state the ball might be returned.
What happens if it lands in a big puddle or something like that? And we're batting, I don't mind if they leave it there for a while. But I bet if you're fielding and a brand new ball goes into a dung heap, I mean, it's not that flash.
With the Clem Jones stand and outer areas closed to the public, capacity will be 5,000. Sunday's free day has the potential to create the ultimate irony. People turned away from a Sheffield Shield match. Andrew Slack, National 9 News.
In golf, Robert Allenby has broken the course record at Sydney's Castle Hill layout to lead the Cannon Challenge. With a faultless first round of 63, Allenby has a 2-over shot lead over Peter Senior. Allenby has 6 birdies over the front 9 and followed with 3 more later in the round, this at the 18th. And sadly, English soccer great Bobby Moore has lost a 2-year battle with cancer. He gave England one of its greatest sporting moments, leading his team to victory in the 1966 World Cup final.
On that glorious day, the Queen honoured soccer's royalty. A year later, Bobby Moore was awarded the OBE. His dignity, both on and off the field, was admired as much as his playing skills. And he never lost the will to fight, even against liver cancer.
You come up against things in life which you have to battle against. I've done it before, so hopefully I can do it again.
Moore made his debut for West Ham in 1958. 8 years later, he led England against West Germany to its only World Cup success. In the golden age of English soccer, Bobby Moore was the golden boy. He made the difficult look easy. But while blessed with great individual skills, he was always a team man.
And we'll have another taste of Test cricket tomorrow night. Heather?
Thank you, Steve. On the share market, the All Ordinaries went up 2 points, but our dollar was weaker.
John Schluter with the weather next. Then Eric Clapton steals the show at the Grammys.
Tears in heaven, Eric Clapton.
Tears in heaven. Good evening. A few coastal showers about today. Now, this is Coast Cam and Replay. 1 hour of real time takes about 15 seconds for us to take a look at. Now, most of the showers were well and truly off the coast. In Brisbane, a fairly similar day too. Another warm day and humid. Brisbane 22 to 30, Ipswich 34 degrees, 28 and 30 on both the coasts. Currently, the barometer's on 1,009 and rising. Humidity 70%, and the temperature's 27 degrees. There's a few showers moving in towards Boonah at the moment, but most of those should skip away and certainly not come through the greater Brisbane area, at least anyway. Now, there's cloud movement across the country. We've got tropical cyclone Polly that's developed off the coast, 1,400 kilometres east of Cairns. Absolutely no threat at this stage, but of course, with all cyclones, we'll watch that one closely. Now, tomorrow, on to the chart for tomorrow, and today, firstly, the high pressure system is once again still dominating. Tomorrow, there's the high. You can see that trough there, humid conditions east of the trough, but still maintaining mostly fine conditions, the odd shower around. Now, the capital city forecasts and showers for Adelaide and Melbourne, some rain in Hobart, chance of a storm in Sydney and some showers in Darwin. Northern centres of Queensland, Cairns and Townsville mainly fine. Possible late storm for Mount Isa. Mackay and Rockhampton will have a mostly fine day. The southeast corner continuing humid and mostly fine, apart from maybe a brief shower or two. Moderate afternoon northeast winds. Moreton Bay 5 to 10 knot northeast winds, reaching 15 knots in the afternoon, and the seas 1 metre, the same offshore. Brisbane will have a mostly fine day, humid again, maybe a brief shower or two, 21 to 30, 3-day outlook. Saturday mainly fine, unsettled on Sunday, and mostly fine on Monday. And we talk a lot about trying to conserve electricity, but why do we do it? Well, apart from the saving the money issue, the other issue is the environment. And the more energy we consume, the more we burn fossil fuels. Burning coal is one of the worst culprits in the greenhouse effect. It also causes acid rain, which is responsible for causing damage to lakes, fish, forests and crops. This is one area where we all have the power to do something. Now, as trivial as these ideas sound, you should try some of them. Turn off the lights when leaving the room, turn down the temperature on your hot water system, experiment with cold water washing in the laundry, and when buying a new appliance, look for the star rating system. Remember, more stars means more efficiency. Very simple ideas, Mike, but they do all help.
Very effective. And talking of stars, John, in Hollywood, Eric Clapton is the toast of this year's Grammys. He's won 6 awards, including Best Album, Best Record and Best Song.
The Grammy Awards, the music industry's highest accolade, has become a production in its own right. First for Best Male Pop Vocalist.
Tears in Heaven, Eric Clapton.
Clapton's Tears in Heaven was a ballad written shortly after the death of his 4-year-old son.
And I know there'll be no more tears in heaven.
His acoustic performance on Unplugged won Best Album.
Because I was convinced that this wasn't worth releasing. I really didn't want this record to come out, and I thought, well, why not give it a try? And it's blown my mind.
Tears in Heaven also earned Clapton a Grammy for Best Songwriter.
If you're up against Eric Clapton in any other categories, I'd go home now.
Michael Jackson was up against Clapton and lost, but he was officially acknowledged as a living legend, an award announced by his sister Janet. But the most important award of the night, Record of the Year, went to the master guitarist.
The winner is Eric Clapton, producer of Scotland.
The one person I want to thank is my son for the love he gave me and the song he gave me. Thank you very much.
Mark Burrows, National 9 News, Los Angeles.
Quite a night. And that's the news for this Thursday.
From all of us, good night.
Good night.
Hello, thanks for joining us. Tonight, a hidden camera investigation catches out a con man preying on sick Australians, and our guide to saving thousands of dollars by selling your home yourself and giving real estate agents the boot.
It took us, once we started on our own, it took us 4 weeks to actually secure a sale.
Everyone gets the benefits. The buyer, the seller, all round.
It's not illegal. No, absolutely not.
And a national search to find the new Marilyn for the 90s.
It's like a shining light, I guess, and it's just something that really stands out, and I've always wanted to stand out.
Surely what you and Marilyn Monroe did was pure flirting.
I guess so. We're all flirts, though.
If you've just been told you have a life-threatening illness, you could well be tempted by a promised cure, no matter how outlandish or expensive. And of course, it's desperation and fear that leaves a person vulnerable to the human parasites. shysters who offer false hope and miracle cures, all at a price. Right now, about 20 Australians